Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Today, we're finally introducing Degree Referrals to the world. My name is Natalia Carrasco. I'm the head of community growth and marketing here at Degree. So my job is to make sure all of you are taking advantage of all of our fantastic tools so you can empower your staff, your clients, and ultimately our community. For those of you who don't know, Degree is a nonprofit. Our mission is to empower people to build paths out of poverty. And we build tools to empower community members to find the help that they need, because we believe community has agency, and our community also, everyone is one degree away from the help that they need. So we want to bridge that gap. Today, I'm going to talk to you about Degree Referrals. Degree Referrals is our newest tool. It's free. It's available for all nonprofit professionals, and it's a tool to help you follow the process of what happens after you refer someone to a service. Before I go into the details, I just want to encourage you to follow the conversation and send any questions via Twitter using the hashtag #OneDegreeLive. Or you can also use the panel on the right on the free live chat to ask us any questions there. We're going to have time at the end to answer all of your questions. Also, if you have questions, ideas, if you want to have a training for your staff, or you just want to be partner with friends, make sure to shoot me an email. My email is natalia@onedegree.org. I'd love to hear from you. All right, so let's get started. Before I switch the screen and show you the tool live, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what Degree Referrals actually is and what it came to be. So at Degree, we, as a refresher, we're a platform online where anyone who can access the internet from any device, any phone, tablet, computer, laptop, old computer, any computer, can find over 10,000 different community resources and search and narrow down by location, by languages spoken, by community served, and narrow down and find exactly what's right for them or for their clients. So in the last 5 years, nonprofit professionals have been using our services to put together care plans and share all of these resources with their clients. And as we talk to our community, we came to realize that there's always this question of what happens after I made this referral. How many of my referrals are successful? Are people actually finding what they needed? How's it go? What happens after? How can I track it? Can I get a report? Can I get a window into what's happening after? And can I help also my client keep organized of all the stuff I'm sending them? So in partnership with our pro member community, we created this tool called Degree Referrals. The idea is to allow you nonprofit professionals give you the ability to put together care plans. When someone comes and said, I need a job, I need meals, I need daycare for my kid, I need an outfit for an interview, you can say, okay, let's put a care plan together. What's your zip code? Let's find a couple of job training options. Let's send you to a food pantry, a couple of options for daycare, and let's take it from there. So now with Degree, you can put together that plan and then keep revising. I'm going to show you the details. But yeah, that's how it came to be. And we've built it in partnership with our nonprofit community partners. And so I'd like to give a shout out to all of our partners out there that have helped us with ideas, testing, piloting this, like our really great partners at the Compass Family Services here in San Francisco. So shout out to y'all. All right, I'm going to switch now so you can see the screen, and we're going to see Degree Referrals in action. I'm going to show you the point of view of the supporter, the case manager, the social worker, whoever it is putting together these referrals for a client. And then we're going to switch things up, and we're going to see everything from the point of view of your client. So I created a little fake persona called Tester McTest, and we're going to be helping him. All right, I'll see you in a second. Let me just switch screens. Share screen. Present to everyone. Perfect. All right. Oh, 1 second. Let me super quickly put in my password. There we go. For security, we don't even know our Degree passwords. All right. There we go. This is, as you know, you always start by coming to our site, www.onedegree.org. And this is what my own One Degree looks like. I have my bookmarks here that I love. These are my go-to resources that I refer people to often. Here are my collections. I have it right now set up for Redwood City. For the sake of this example, let's set it up to San Francisco. Our office zip code and the mission 94103. All right. Okay, so let's pretend I'm sitting here with my client, Tester McTest. And like we discussed, he needs a job, he needs food, and daycare. So the first thing I would do to access One Degree Referrals is to make sure that I, as Natalia, am signed up to One Degree as a nonprofit professional. This is important because One Degree Referrals is a tool specifically built for nonprofit professionals. So if I'm just signed up as a community member, I won't be able to see the tools. So I'm going to come here to my account, settings, and on my settings, I come to Pro Membership and just click this box that says I'm a nonprofit work professional, nonprofit or social work professional. So make sure this is always checked. And just right here, I switched this for an example earlier. Ignore this. But anyways, it's important that you always make sure that this is checked. And people often ask me, oh, wait a second, is an pro membership paid? Is it a freemium? Are you going to be charging me money 6 months from now? And I want you to know that the answer is now and forever no. We will never charge you to use One Degree. And these pro member tools our basic tools are always going to remain free. And everything I'm showing you right now will remain free. The second thing I want to do is link my account to my organization. So I click here and connect organization, and I make sure that I'm registered under One Degree and with my role right here. So if for example, I change jobs to, let's say, the YMCA, I can start typing YMCA and look up. So One Degree is going to tell me what YMCA organizations are registered on One Degree, and I can choose whichever it is I'm working at. For now, let's keep them to One Degree. There we go. So now I'm connected to my organization. So that's the first step. You only have to do all of this once, but just make sure that you do it, because otherwise you won't have access to One Degree Referrals. All right. Once I do that, I come back to home, and then you come here on the left under My Resources. You can see that you have now icon that says My Clients. So this is where One Referrals begins. I click on My Clients, and I have all of these are examples. None of these people actually exist. Well, Audrey exists, but she's my colleague. She's not my client. So, okay. So you can put your clients with, you can register with their actual names, like, let's say, Testerina McTest. Or you can use codes, if, like 12345, family number 12345, if I'm not comfortable putting their names. But it is important to note that everything that you put into One Degree is super secure because we're HIPAA compliant. That means, HIPAA compliance, put simply, that means that we have the same level of security that a hospital would have to keep your medical charts. So it's as secure as it gets. All right, so let's add my new client. My new client's name is Tester, last name McTest. This is the first step. I need to create a file, a profile for my client, and then I'm going to create a care plan for them. So Tester McTest is email is testermctest2017@gmail.com. I can also put their cell phone number, or I can leave that blank if they don't have one, and vice versa. You could just put their phone number if they don't have an email. And this is important. Here, I can choose whether they speak English or Spanish. So even if I speak no Spanish whatsoever, and I do all my work and all my referrals and search in English, if this is selected in Spanish, he will receive everything in Spanish. So it's a great way to help monolingual speaking families if you don't speak the language. So I'll click here in English and save, and now you're gonna see Tester McTest. So I haven't referred Tester McTest into anything yet. So what I can do is click here on Create Referral. So it's gonna say, okay, we start with a visual search. And remember we said Tester McTest needed a job, food, and daycare. So let's say, okay, let's start with jobs. Let me go to employment. I can narrow down finding work, job search and placement. Perfect. So now 1 Degree is going to show me the options right here on near San Francisco within 5 miles of this zip code. So get part-time work for current or former foster youth. Well, he's not really foster youth or an LGBTQ teen. Job planning system for former prison inmates. Get job assistant in general. This looks good, so I'm going to click here, read more about this. Say, okay, they serve in Spanish. It's right here in the mission. This looks great. I love it. So I'm going to click here on refer. So now I have this almost like a shopping cart right here for Tester Mike Test. So I'm referring Tester Mike Test and giving him some job assistance. Great. I want to give him a couple of options though. So in case this doesn't work, he has another option to go to. So let's keep browsing, get help finding a job. This is general enough. Seems great. So I click here on refer and there we go. As a refresher, I could have used these filters if I wanted to narrow this down. For example, if I wanted to send tester somewhere where they will be able to help in Spanish, I could have clicked Spanish, and this narrows it down to just Spanish-speaking organizations. I already know this one. I already referred him to. Find work as a day laborer. Maybe this is a good option. Let's add it to the back right here to the plan. All right. So I have 3 job assistants. That's probably good to get started. I can go now to, I can now go and start looking for food resources. So I'm gonna come here to browse resources. Again, go to food and groceries. So now I'm gonna see all the grocery options. So you see what I'm saying. Again, I look over the options available, a couple of groceries options, and the last one was daycare. So I come here into family and household and childcare. Perfect. Find assist to find a childcare. That's exactly what he needs. Childcare services. Perfect. So I give him 3 options for jobs, 2 options for food, and a couple for childcare. Let's give him one more. Let's say this one. All right. Get assistance. Childcare services for clients. Perfect. So it's a pretty good plan. He has a couple of options for all his needs. Let's get started with that. So I click on done here. And now this is what the referral looks like. So new referral for Tester Mike Test. So here each row represents one of the options that I've selected for him. I can write him a note and say, for example, this is a great option here in the mission. Ask about the resume workshop. I can put any notes with any insights or suggestions or anything that I may have for tester. Get free groceries. Don't forget to bring your ID. Maybe I need to be referred to a typing class. Sorry. All right. There we go. Then what I do, I can also change my mind and say, oh my God, I don't want to overwhelm him with all of this stuff. I'm going to get rid of this, enroll your child in a year-round preschool program, because he didn't talk about preschool. He just talked about childcare. I can delete it, change my mind. Are you sure you want to delete? Yes. Ultimately, I want to leave this out for, I'm not going to go into super detail, but we have an extra tool where you could actually, if you wanted, if I know someone at Arriba Juntos, I can add information about someone that I know at Arriba Juntos to do a warm handoff. So for example, I could say, I could talk to my friend, let's say Tania and this is all made up. I don't know anyone at Arriba Juntos. arribajuntos.org. First name is Tania Carrasco. She's my sister. Let's say her title is social worker or anything. So now Tania will get an email and say, hey, FYI, I'm sending you a client. But this is something that is completely optional and I don't have to do. I can just skip it. Just so you have an option to if you want to do a warm handoff. Then I click submit and you tell, are you sure? I'm saying, yeah. Okay. Heads up, you didn't add any recipients from the referred organization. That means you're not notifying the agencies that you're sending people to. So like, okay, that's okay. So this is my favorite part. Now we have put together a plan for tester. So I can say, do you want him to receive it via email or via text message? I can't do text message right now because I didn't register his phone number, remember? Or I can download this as a PDF for me to print. This is awesome because he can walk out with a printed plan and also have it in his email. So I can select as many as or few as I want. I can just do the printout if I want, or I can do both. I encourage everyone to try to send it via email for anyone that has access to the internet, because then you're opening a world of possibilities for them, because when they go see the plan that you put together for them, they're also going to discover that there's thousands of opportunities available for them out there on OneDegree. So I'm clicking on both via email and with a download PDF. And this is a reminder for me to remind me to follow up with Tester McTest. Hey, did you do this? Did you not? I sent you this stuff. It's useful, so I'm gonna keep it checked. So I click done, and now the magic happens. First, I'm going to get a PDF that I can print and give to tester. It takes a second because you need to generate that PDF from scratch. Take all of the information from each one of the fields. And then the other thing that is going to happen now is that these Tester McTest is going to referral complete. Oh, sorry, tester referral. Okay, I'm saving it here. There we go. Here's a PDF. So this is the PDF that I can print and give to my client. Tester's to-do list, refer by your social worker. If it could say my name here instead of your social worker. It could say Natalia Carrasco on this date at OneDegree. If you worked at another organization, let's say at Compass, it would say Compass Family Services right here, and I have my contact information, so they can always call me with any question. Not mine, Natalia, but yours, whoever puts together the plan. So right here, the first page is like a checklist of all the opportunities that I referred him to. And then after that, each page is one opportunity in one organization that I'm referring him to. So the first one was Arriba Juntos, so remember? So I have the contact information, website, phone number, what he needs to do next, which is visit the Mission Street, call this number. And then the note that I put, this is a great option here in the mission, ask about the resume workshop. And then if they want to see this opportunity on OneDegree, they can always click on this link and they'll come to that place on OneDegree and learn more. And for example, they can even get directions and find out what bus they need to take to go here. So it comes full circle. Here's for directions. Okay, so each page will be a different opportunity, and everything that we refer him to will be right here. The great thing is that then after they get this, the idea is that our client's going to go to each one of these organizations. The best thing is now that you can finally keep track of how this is going. So let's look at the example. I'm going to open up, pretend that I am Tester McTest, and I'm going to open Tester McTest's email. So here it is, perfect. So here's an email account that I created for Tester McTest. So if you see here, this is just a Gmail, and he will receive this email. So your social worker added you as a client on OneDegree. Instead of your social worker, my name would be there, like Natalia Carrasco added you as a client on OneDegree. So I click here, hi Tester, your social worker from OneDegree added you as a client. OneDegree is a website, you can find all of this. I was like, oh, that's wonderful. So I click here to get started. It says click here to get started. So what I would do now, it brings me here and it tells me to create an account on OneDegree so I can have access to everything on OneDegree. So sign up, welcome to OneDegree. So great, this is my email, my password is going to be, I'll create a password. Let me see, something I'll remember. Perfect, continue. Great, so now I set up my account. I speak English. I'm not a nonprofit professional. I'm a community member. Perfect, I can give any information I want, or I can leave it at this. Perfect, so now this is what I will see, my plan. This is my to-do. Perfect, so I get, these are all of the opportunities that my friend at OneDegree referred me to. So here, referred to you by your social worker from OneDegree. It could say, by John Doe at YMCA. And the notes that they send me. Perfect. I love it. So what I can do is say, okay, let me get started. I click here on job assistance. I go, I see the information, I call, I see reviews that people left. Oh, this is wonderful. I go, let's say it worked out perfect. I went there in the mission. They helped me out. It was fantastic. So I can go back here to my plan, which is a plan that was put together for me, and I can update. So I say, you know, have you already used the resource? Yeah, I actually used it, or not yet, or I'm not eligible. Turns out this is not for me. Or I decided not to do it. Turns out it was for me. I could have used it, but it wasn't the right thing for me. So I am technically eligible, but it wasn't right for me. So I decided not to use it. And then why wasn't this right? So I can write a note. Turns out you need to have a social security number, and I'm a new immigrant, for example. And I can make this note just for me as a reminder, so I don't, let's say, find again an opportunity in Arriba Juntos and go and find out that I need to have these requirements. This is just an example. Or I can make it public to the public and say, you know, everyone can know. I don't know, and then submit that note. So as you can see, I can continue saying, okay, this one I did go, this was great. Perfect. I can leave a rating if I want, or leave it at that if I don't want to. I can share this with other people. If it was awesome, I can send it to my loved ones, or also I can skip it if I don't want to. So as you can see, I can, so I put this here in progress. I can continue updating all of this. And the great thing, if we go back to Natalia's 1 degree, which was right here, if I update this, now it's going to tell me how I want to see how's my client Tester McTest doing. So I can come here and say, okay, this is Tester McTest profile and plan. This should now be updated with the information. So see, oh no, my client was rejected. I can decide to introduce him to another organization. I can call Arriba Juntos and find out more. I have now the information to see how things are going. There's a lot more that you can do with this tool. For example, I can create a new referral, and after I do that, it will be here on Tester McTest plan, but on a different batch to know, oh, that was a second session, and it just gives us the opportunity to keep track of everything, all the work that we're doing with each family that we're working with. So this is what we call the referral status. If I am going back to my client's point of view, the Tester McTest point of view, which was here, this is my plan. I can come here and put in more information about me. I can say, who am I working with, for example. So that's what we call the supporters. So I can have your social worker, which is the name that I chose for me as Natalia. But I can say, okay, I can see anyone that is helping me. So for example, here, your social worker from 1 degree is helping me. Great. I can change and say, you know what? I don't want them to see. I only want to see updates on what she recommends me. Or I can tell, you know, I want her to see everything that I've been doing and tracking because she's helping me. I want her to be in the loop. Or I can say, you know what? I don't want her to see anything. I feel uncomfortable. Let's have her keep referring me stuff, but I don't want her to see my update. So we give our clients the opportunity to decide how much they're sharing with us or not. And then also we give our clients the opportunity to work with other social workers or case managers. If Tester McTest has another case manager, for example, at let's say Hamilton Family Service called Pedro, I can say, you know, my case manager Pedro was awesome. I'm going to invite him to 1 degree here at hamilton.org, and then they get an invitation, and then Pedro can also give me referrals, so I can see my plan and see what was referred to me by my social worker at 1 degree, but also by my case manager at Hamilton, and so on. There are so many ways you can use this for your advantage, and I would love for you to start exploring them and seeing how you can use this to empower yourself, your team, your clients, and our community in general. Okay, I'm going to, now that you got a big overview, I invite you to come into One Degree, start playing with it, start using it, and tell us what you think. We have a couple of minutes left, so I'm going to switch back so I can address all of your questions. All right, I'm back. Hello. I'm going to get some of the questions that we got via our hashtag. Give me 1 second. Okay, you have the first one. Are you available only in San Francisco? This is a very popular question. We started just here in San Francisco, but now we're available across the whole Bay Area. And in 1 month, we're launching Los Angeles County. So we're super excited about our expansion. And stay tuned because we're going to continue expanding. Okay, let me check another question. Is this service free? Yes. It seems too good to be true, but luckily we have great supporters that are allowing us to make this service available to everyone for free and forever. We have some extra additions that we do on a contract basis. Like, for example, if you have a customer relationship management tool like Salesforce, let's say all of your client information needs to be linked to Salesforce, we can hook you up with a link. So everything you do on One Degree gets connected to your CRM tool. So everything that you refer on One Degree gets listed on also Salesforce, and so Test referrals are right there. Another tool that we have extra is reports, so we can tell, okay, you've been making this many reports. People have been looking for resources in these different areas. These are a number of people are finding everything they need. These are people who are not finding. These are gaps. So we build custom reports for folks as well. So these are some examples of other tools that are not free, but are very accessible in comparison to all of the nonprofit software out there. So if you have any questions, let us know. All right, I think we have one more last question. Great. Are you planning on expanding to other places in California? Yes, we are. So which ones? Yeah. So we haven't announced yet what our next plans are, what specific counties we're expanding to next. But we will be doing that at some point, so stay tuned. And if you have any ideas, let us know. Also, know that because of how we build One Degree, empowering the community to add and edit and flag information, you can bring One Degree to your own area. For example, there's a community in Gainesville, Florida, that said, we want this for Gainesville. So they contact us, we gave them tools, and they're building the whole database of community resources in Gainesville so they can use all of our tools to organize them, access them, share them, and make sure everything's up to date. So if you're interested in bringing One Degree to your area, let us know. Shoot me an email. We can make that happen together. All right, we're out of time, but I want to say thank you so much to everyone who tuned in. And please start using One Degree Referrals and tell us what you think. Don't forget to keep in touch, and good luck out there. Don't forget, we're rooting for you. Bye. Thank you.